Hey guys and girls, and welcome back to the #1 channel on real estate. Now before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, and if you enjoy the video, make sure you subscribe to be part of the Daily Hit family. Now let's get back to the video. Buying your first home is a huge milestone, but it can also be very daunting. You're not alone in feeling overwhelmed by the process. Most couples feel the same way when they start to think about buying their first home together. With so many houses on the market, how can you make sure you don't miss the one that's perfect for you? It's hard to find the right house in this day and age. Between all the online listings and virtual tours, it's hard to know where to start. Use these 6 tips to get the most out of your house hunting experience. By following these guidelines, you'll be able to tour as many houses as possible in a short amount of time. 6 ways to make the most of a virtual or in-person showing. It's like going on a first date when you tour a property. It's your opportunity to find out whether this house is the one for you. Imagine making cookies in that kitchen, or opening a bottle of beer on the back deck. But with so many houses to see and such a small amount of time before they're all bought, the prospect of finding this ideal home amid the real estate haystack might sometimes feel a little daunting. Combine these concerns with the coronavirus pandemic, and prospective house inspections may appear even riskier. But here's the good news. The regulations on how to tour a property have evolved in such a way as to save time, minimize COVID-19 exposure, and lessen stress. Here's what you need to know to get the most out of your house hunting experience in the modern day. Number 1. How to schedule a home tour. Most home buyers begin their search for a home through the internet, which is true. But what comes next once you've found a house that you like? In the early days of real estate, a house tour would begin with many rounds of phone and email tagging. You'd contact your real estate agent, who would then contact the property's listing agent, and once they'd talked, you'd get looped into when you could finally inspect the house. Talk about complicated. And that's just for one home. Most buyers are doing several home viewings. However, today, the procedure is considerably easier. For one, many real estate listings include a button that will bring up additional information about the home without the annoying phone games. You might book a tour by simply selecting your preferred day and time to visit on some listings. In a nutshell, the process of arranging a tour can be completed in seconds, and it's equally as simple as ordering lunch on Seamless. Following that, you'll be assigned a local real estate agent to contact you directly to confirm your tour date and format. Number 2. Should you schedule a virtual tour or a visit in person? It wasn't so long ago that the only way to see a home was to go in person. But today, you now have the option of going on a virtual tour. You just set up a tour as you normally would, but instead of being shown around the property by a real estate agent in person, you'll be shown around the house via a live video feed through Google Hangouts, FaceTime, Zoom, or some other app. So should you go for a virtual tour or the real thing? A virtual tour is, according to many real estate professionals, the quickest and safest way to begin. While buying a home sight unseen, as they say, is a risky move, which few are willing to take, although it is done now more than ever, virtual tours might still be a good way to narrow down your choice and save time in visiting locations. Virtual tours may be used as a clearinghouse for buyers to narrow down their search, says Jack Smith, a real estate agent with Shore West Realtors in Milwaukee. From there, if you like what you see, you can go on an in-person tour to get a better look. Number 3. What to look for on a home tour. Whether you're doing a virtual or in-person tour, it's critical to discover every little detail of the property. It's not enough to breeze from room to room, particularly if you're doing a distant tour, where tiny details could be missed. As such, you should inspect some lesser-known features to ensure the property is in excellent condition. Here are a few things that many buyers may miss. The HVAC and water heating systems. These might be expensive, and their age and grade can and will affect your budget. So while they're not quite as fun as that gigantic kitchen island or the bonus room above the garage, they should be top priorities during your tour, even if you plan to hire an experienced home inspector. The exterior. Don't restrict your tour to just the home itself. Examine the garage, the front and backyards, and any structures on the premises, such as swimming pools or gardening sheds. The neighborhood at large. You're not only purchasing a house, but also the neighborhood. Try to see the homes around your desired property to get an idea of what your life would be like there. If you have children or a dog, the amount of traffic whizzing by might be a deterrent. Nearby eateries and bars may be nice, but they'll add to ambient noise. Nextdoor.com is a fantastic resource for getting to know your neighborhood better. Number 4. What role does a real estate agent play in a home tour? When touring a home, a real estate agent might be an excellent sounding board. Plus, if you're hosting a virtual tour, your real estate agent may be able to visit the property on your behalf and answer any unanswered questions you might have, says Tony Mariotti, a real estate agent with Ruby Home in Los Angeles. Buyers have requested that we verify the number of electrical outlets and data ports in a room that they might want to use as an office, Mariotti says. We've also verified and reality-checked rooms that seem huge in listing pictures due to wide-angle lenses. Number 5. What to ask when touring houses. You'll want to dig further during a home tour if you ask your real estate agent questions about the property. Here are some topics to consider. What is the house's age? What are the age of the building systems and structural components, such as the roof and water heater? Have any structural improvements been done? If so, where can I see the appropriate permits and might I examine them? Was it done by a professional contractor, electrician, plumber, etc.? Are there any previous insurance claims that could affect insurability? Are there any special insurance policies required for the home? What were the typical utility expenses in the previous year? Water, electric, gas, sewage, and trash. What is the home's past selling history and what is the current price? Why did the seller decrease the price? What caused the property to fall out of contract? And finally, is there a homeowners association fee? What exactly is covered by these fees and how are the fees billed? And number 6, how can home buyers make the most out of touring homes? It might be difficult to remember which house had that spa bathroom or sunroom you liked when touring groups of homes. To avoid having one home tour blurring into the next, keep notes and reminders to help you keep track of all the properties. Remember to give each property a name, and make sure you note any important concerns that emerge during the visit. It might also be beneficial to make a list of your top house search priorities so that you don't get caught up swooning over features that won't matter much in the long run. For example, the outdoor hot tub is nice, but not essential. Buyers should make a list of their must-haves, like-to-haves, and things they're willing to give up in a property, says Kara Amir, a real estate agent with Coldwell Banker in California and Florida. And on the other side, when you're showing a home, it's important to make the most of both virtual and in-person showings. By following these 6 tips, you can maximize the impact of each type of showing and improve your chances of selling your home quickly for top dollar. Whether you're using online tools like video tours or social media platforms to showcase your home or meeting with potential buyers in person, be sure to keep these tips in mind. As always, thanks so much for watching and best of luck out there.